Welcome to Plan 9 Crunch. I'm Doug Gibson, and we're doing Plan 9 Crunch reviews, a B or C movie, but we're actually reviewing a classic, low-budget film. It's called White Zombie, 1932. It stars Bela Lugosi as an evil overseer of zombies. And these are not the George A. Romero zombies. These are the Caribbean zombies. He makes them slaves. People say that Lugosi's two iconic characters were Dracula and Igor. Another iconic character is definitely Murder Legendre. Because White Zombie is an incredible film. It was a low-budget movie shot on Universal sets. It's set in Haiti, and it's about a young couple named Madeline and Neil who are going there to get married. And Madeline has made a friend of a plantation owner named Charles Beaumont. Charles Beaumont actually loves Madeline, and he doesn't want her to marry Neil. And so Beaumont will do anything to have her, and he eventually hatches a deal with Lugosi's character, Murder Legendre. But let's go to an opening scene where we get to see Lugosi's iconic character. That is Clarence Muse as the coach driver. There is Madeline and Neil. Clarence Muse was also an Invisible Ghost with Bela Lugosi.
Driver, what is it?
It's a funeral, mademoiselle. They're afraid of the men who steal dead bodies. So they dig the grave in the middle of the road. Their people pass all of the time.
That's a cheerful introduction for you to our West Indies.
Those are the eyes. I love this scene that you see that Lugosi's character's eyes.
Do you know where is the house of Monsieur Beaumont?
There's the great Bela Lugosi. There are some zombies.
Zombie! Allez, allez!
He takes her scarf. That plays a big role later in the film.
Like hands clutching him.
I don't know if I mentioned that the Halperin brothers directed and produced White Zombie. Victor Halperin was the director. Edward Halperin was the producer. And they made a bundle with this film. It got negative reviews, but what horror film didn't from the snobbish press back then? But it was a big hit. And there's photos somewhere you can see like a big ballyhoo of a huge demonstration of White Zombie and big lights outside of a major theater in New York. Madeline was played by Madge Bellamy. You saw her there. She was a silent film star, and she was sort of on a downturn because of talkies. John Herron, who I know nothing about, played Neil. I mentioned Clarence Muse. He was an excellent character actor, African-American character actor of the time frame. Let's see. Let's go now. What's going to happen is, like I mentioned, Madeline and Neil are supposed to get married. They're supposed to be married in Beaumont's castle. But he is going to go visit Bela Lugosi's character, Murder Legendre, who we just saw. And I want to show a scene that's pretty chilling. There's a lot of atmosphere in this movie of the zombies at work. Jack, can we do that in the factory? These are all zombies working for Murder Legendre. And there's Beaumont going to visit him. I love the filming in certain camera angles in this film too. It's a very chilling scene, and it shows that the threshers don't stop even when a zombie falls in them. All right. Now we'll go to a third scene where Beaumont makes a deal that he's really out of his league with Murder Legendre right now. Lugosi is just magnificent in this movie. There's the scarf I was talking about. Okay, I want to correct myself really quick here. We're not seeing the scene where he makes a deal. I decided not to show that. We're seeing the scene when Madeline falls under his power. Okay. Besides zombieism, this also factors heavily in voodoo and the dark arts. They're having their wedding dinner.
This is the night of nights. A toast to the bride, to beauty's queen. Gladly, my lord. Leave but a kiss within the glass. Fair gypsy, meet my fortune. What do you see in the glass?
Watch this closely.
I see happiness. I see love. Far more than you deserve.
Is that all?
No, I see.
What is it?
I see death.
Madam. Madeline, what's wrong? Madeline, my dear, please.
Oh,
Madeline! Madeline!
You see Charles Beaumont looking because he made a deal with Murder Legendre. And what they do is she dies. And they actually bury her, and then they come back and take her out, and she has a zombified state. She's like those workers. Now, the guy that played Neil, John Heron, who frankly isn't that great of an actor, goes off and gets drunk in a bar for a while. And we're going to see a scene where Charles Beaumont's character, played by Robert Fraser, begins to regret what he's done. because while he has her body, he does not have her emotion. He does not have any living thing of her. She just sits there and plays the piano all the time. So we're not going to, then we're going to find out that Murder Legendre turns the tables on Beaumont. And Beaumont finds himself in a situation he never dreamed he would be. Jack, can we play that?
Better to see hatred in them than that dreadful emptiness.
Perhaps you're right. It would be a pity to destroy such a lovely love. Let's drink to the future of this flower. A glass of wine?
Silver, bring wine. We have a toast to drink.
What Beaumont thinks is they're going to do away with the curse and bring her back to the way she was, but that's not what Legendre wants to have.
To the future, monsieur. Only a pinpoint, monsieur. In a flower. Or perhaps a glass of wine?
What are you trying to do to me?
I have other plans for mademoiselle. I'm afraid you might not agree. I have taken a fancy to you, monsieur.
Silver! Silver!
Bela Lugosi is such a magnificent actor in that scene. And Silver is the servant of Beaumont, and he's going to, unfortunately, run afoul of the zombies, who are sort of like the, for lack of a better term, Gestapo of Murder Legendre. Many people think that Lugosi helped direct this movie because it's so well done. I don't know if that's true, but it's possible. Some people say that White Zombie is his greatest performance. I don't know. I'd like to go with Dracula and Igor, but I don't think any performance in what he did in White Zombie is worse than anything else. It was a great performance. He's so good in it. Gary Rhodes wrote a book called White Zombie: Anatomy of a Horror Film. I think that's the title. We perhaps can put a link to it. And he talked about Murder Legendre representing a Satan character. And I haven't talked about Dr. Bruner, who's a missionary, who actually married Neil and Madeline early in the film. He is kind of, I guess, in Rhodes would say a Christ character battling with Satan, because he plays the Van Helsing type role. I don't even know if we're going to see him in this YouTube, but he goes back to Neil and tries to get him prepared to win Madeline back if possible. And the film has a very, very nice climax we won't give away, of course. But I will show one more scene that I think is pretty effective near the end. Jack, could you do that? Here's Madeline in a zombie state. There's Neil coming back to try to help her. I love this shot on the balcony of Madeline. And there's the situation with poor Beaumont now. He's almost a zombie.
Can you still hear me? It is unfortunate you are no longer able to speak. I should be interested to hear you describe your symptoms. You see, you are the first man to know what is happening. None of the others did. You refused to shake hands once.
Okay, we can go,
I
Jay.
remember.
This is such a good movie, White Zombie. See it, you know, this Halloween season, or anytime. It's available almost anywhere. YouTube, probably on Amazon, things like that, and Internet Archive. There's a rumor that Lugosi only received $800 for this movie. I hope that's not true. I don't think it is, because the movie made a fortune. The Halperin brothers tried to make a movie called, well, they made a movie called Revolt of the Zombies in 1936. They actually used Bela's eyes, I think, from this movie. It was a flop. Starred Dean Jagger. Its main problem is it didn't have Bela Lugosi in it. He makes this movie. Any other actor in White Zombie would probably be a programmer. People make fun of Madge Bellamy in this film, say she's dreadful. I've never quite understood that. I mean, she's supposed to play a zombie through 80% of the movie. You know, so I think Madge Bellamy gives a pretty good performance. It has a really, really good ending. And like I said, I don't want to give it away, but you'll enjoy it. And it's satisfying too. It's a kind of movie that will make you understand that even the Caribbean zombies can be as scary as the George A. Romero zombies. And this Dr. Bruner, the missionary, we have not seen any of the clips, unfortunately. He is kind of, like I said, he ends up being in a battle with Murder Legendre. And there's, to draw back on what Gary Rhodes was saying, there's kind of a sacrifice, almost an atonement near the end of this film also. It's only about a hour and 7 minutes. It's well worth your time. We hope you enjoyed it. If you see it, we'll put a link, like I said, to the video on YouTube. My name is Doug Gibson. This is Plan 9 Crunch. And please give us a subscribe at YouTube. And you can like us at TikTok or Plan 9 Crunch podcast and blog on Facebook. And also we have, probably 1,200 or so reviews of films and books, etc. on plan9crunch.com. Thank you very much for enjoying White Zombie with me, and that's a wrap.